express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in three our kingdom, and 'tis our vast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths, while we, unburdened, crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and our no less loving son of Albany, we have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers. That future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in court have made their amorous sojourn and are here to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since we now divest us both of rule, interests of territory, cares of state, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we, our largest bounty, may extend where nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter, dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much child e'er loved or father found, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable, beyond all manner so much I love you.
What shall Cordelia do? Love and be silent.
Of all these bounds, even from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champaigns riched, with plenteous rivers and wide-skirted meads, we make thee lady. To thine and Albany's issue be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife to Cornwall? Speak.
Sir, I am made with self-same metal that my sister is, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find that she means my very deed of love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which is the most precious square of sense possesses, and find that I am lone felicitate in your dear highness's love. Then poor Cordelia, and yet not so, since I'm sure my love's more richer than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary ever remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now our joy, although the last, not the least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interest. What can you say to draw third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty, according to my law, no more, no less.
How, Cordelia, mend your speech a little, lest it may mar your fortunes.
Good, my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return your duties back, as all right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why are my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Happy then I shall wed, the Lord whose hand must pave my plight shall carry half my love with him, half my care to me. Sure to never marry like my sisters to love my father, all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Aye, good, my lord.
So young and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operation of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all of my paternal care, propinquity, and property of blood, and as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The traitorous Roman, or he that makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall be to my bosom as well neighbored, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter. Peace, Kent. Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most and thought to set my grave, my peace on her kind nursery. So here, as I give her father's heart from her. Call France! Who's jointly with my power, preeminence, and all the large effects that troop with majesty, ourself, by monthly course with reservation of 100 nights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make with you by due turns. Only we still retain the name, and all the additions to a king, the sway, revenue, and execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours, which to confirm this coronet part betwixt you.
Royal Lear, whom I've ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master father, as my great patron, stop on my prayers.
The bow is bent and drawn! Make from the shaft.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the vision of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly, and Lear is mad. What wilt thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak of power, flattery vows? Something is honor's bound, and majesty stoops to follow, reverse thy doom. And in thy best consideration, check his hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds reverb no hollowness.
And on thy life, no more.
My life I never held as a pawn to wages thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being the motive.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now by Apollo!
Now by Apollo, king, thou swearest by gods in vain.
Oh, vassal! Miscreant! Sister, command!
Do, kill thy physician, and the feet bestow upon thy foul disease, revoke thy doom, or, whilst I vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee thou dost evil.
Hear me, recreant! On thy allegiance, hear me! Since thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strange pride to come between our sentence and our power, which nor our nature nor our place can bear, our potency made good. Take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th, to turn thy hated back upon our kingdom, if on the 10th day following, thy banished troop be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away! By Jupiter, this shall not be revoked!
Fare thee well, king, thus thou wilt hear, freedom lieutenants and banishment is here. The gods their dear shelter take thee made, that justly thinks and has most rightly said. And your large speeches may your deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus, Kent, O princes, bid you all adieu. He'll shape his old court in their country new.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lord.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address toward you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter. What in the least will you require in present to dower with her, or cease your quest of love?
My lord, most royal majesty, I crave no more than what your highness offered, nor will you tender less.
Right noble Burgundy, when she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now the price is fallen. Sir, there she stands, fought within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with all our displeasure pieced, and nothing more may fitly like your grace. She's there, and she's yours. I know no answer. Will you, with those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, sir. Election makes not up on such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not make from your love such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your liking a more worthier way than on a wretch whom nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge earth.
This
and favor. And but even for want of that, for I am richer, but still soliciting I, and such a tongue, as I am glad I had not, though not to have it hath lost me in your idling.
Better thou hadst not been born, than not to have pleased me better.
Is it but this? A tardiness in nature that often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it's mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire plaint. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry.
Royal Lear, give but that portion of truth oppose. And may I take Cordelia by hand, Duchess of Burgundy?
Nothing. I have sworn I am firm.
I am sorry then. You have so lost father that you must lose husband.
Peace be with Burgundy, since thou respects of fortune, art as well. I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, thou art most rich, being poor, most choice forsaken, and most loved despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon, be it lawful I take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their cold neglect, my love should kindle to inflame respect. Thy darling's daughter, king, grown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our